Most countries can't, testing everyone, symptoms or not, entering a health center for the novel coronavirus. It has no shortage of testing kit thanks to this lab at the Institut Pasteur. Researchers are developing a $1 quick diagnostic kit, originally made to test for dengue fever. Patients drop blood or saliva onto the devices and wait for a bloodline to appear, like a pregnancy test, explains researcher Amadou Sall.
There is no need for a highly equipped lab. It's a simple test that can be done anywhere. The idea is to rapidly produce 2 to 4 million kits, not just for us, but for African countries, so that we can detect and isolate patients quickly.
The sick are administered a cheap anti-malarial drug called chloroquine, commonly found in sub-Saharan Africa where malaria is endemic. While the World Health Organization cautions the use of it, Dakar-born scientist Didier Raoult says it's an affordable treatment for poor African countries dealing with the outbreak.
Hydroxychloroquine is clearing the virus from the respiratory system, probably making that people are no more contagious and no more sick.
With only 50 ventilator machines for 16 million people, Senegalese engineers are using a 3D printing machine to produce more. While imported ventilators cost $16,000, this one is just $60. Senegal is counting the cost and it's paying off. More than a month into the outbreak, the small West African nation suffered only 2 deaths, with most patients treated healed. Senegal has the largest rate of recovery in patients infected with the coronavirus in Africa, the 3rd in the world, ahead of countries like the United States and France. And while it has a tiny health budget compared to those countries, it has a wealth of experience in dealing with infectious diseases and outbreaks. Over 3,000 children died of pneumonia last year in Senegal, thousands more from malaria. Coronavirus is one of many deadly infections the country is dealing with. Lessons learned from the AIDS epidemic, the recent Ebola outbreak, were key in Senegal's strategy in dealing with the pandemic.
I'm optimistic because some measures are taken already. Closing the airport, no imported case coming in the country, limitation of movement, confinement of people from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. I think those things can help.
These measures were taken when there were less than 100 cases. Scientific modeling predicted tens of thousands of infections and hundreds of deaths. But this has not happened. Early detection and African-led research means Senegal is so far beating the odds. Nicholas Hawk, Al Jazeera, Dakar.
Now, there are no drugs to treat COVID-19. Enterprising pharmaceutical companies, though, are using existing drugs to help those seriously affected by the pathogen. Al Jazeera's Rob Reynolds caught up with the chief executive of U.S. drug maker Cytidine. This drug has been used on ventilated patients with a high degree of success. Rob began by asking Dr. Nader Pouhassan about the results of the trials and how far off it was from getting regulatory approval.
Leronlimab is a humanized monoclonal antibody that was used for the HIV indication for the last 20 years or so. We're about ready to finalize our application for final approval from FDA. Have been used